It is the tale of the empty chairs at Sandringham, a story that tells us everything we need to know about the difference between duty, dignity, and absolute disgrace. We are staring down the barrel of a royal Christmas that is going to be unlike any other. The guest list is being slashed, the doors are being bolted, and the message from Buckingham Palace is ringing out loud and clear: if you cannot behave, if you cannot respect the institution, and if you cannot understand the meaning of family loyalty, you are not welcome at the King's table. We have just received confirmation that Prince William and Prince Harry's stepbrother Tom Parker Bowles has made the decision to ditch the royal Christmas. But before the rumor mill spins out of control, before the Sussex squad starts screaming that the House of Windsor is crumbling, let's look at the reality. This isn't a snub. This is a lesson in class. This is a masterclass in how to be a member of the extended royal family without making it all about yourself. While Tom Parker Bowles quietly steps back to spend time with his children and his ex-wife, showing a maturity that is completely foreign to a certain Duke in Montecito, we are seeing the final brutal exile of the toxic element. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are stuck in California, and Prince Andrew, the man who refuses to leave his crumbling mansion, has been decidedly uninvited. The contrast is blinding. One side of the family understands the assignment. The other side is busy writing memoirs and dodging subpoenas. We are witnessing the shrinking of the monarchy, not out of weakness, but out of a desperate need to protect the king from the leeches who have drained him for too long. Welcome back to the channel, your #1 source for the unvarnished truth about the royal family, where we don't just read the headlines, we expose the strategies behind them. If you believe that Christmas should be about family and not about scoring PR points, and if you support King Charles in cleaning house, smash that subscribe button right now. We have a lot to unpack today, from the stepchildren who know their place to the biological son who lost his way. Let's get into the festive fallout that has the palace buzzing. The news broke just hours ago that Tom Parker Bowles, the son of Queen Camilla and stepbrother to William and Harry, will not be at Sandringham this year. Neither will his sister, Laura Lopes. Now, in the old days, the media might have spun this as a disaster. They might have said, "Oh no, the Queen's children are abandoning her." But look at the reason. Look at the context. Tom Parker Bowles told the Daily Mail quite simply, "I'm not spending Christmas at Sandringham. It'll be every other year, 1 year on, 1 year off. 1 year on, 1 year off." It is such a normal, grounded, sensible arrangement that it almost feels shocking in the context of royal drama. Tom explained that he will be spending the day with his ex-wife, Sarah, and their 2 teenage children, Lola and Freddie. He joked, "It's back to the sofa at my ex-wife's." This single quote reveals so much about the character of Queen Camilla's children. They have never sought the spotlight. They have never demanded titles. They have never asked for security. They understand that their mother has a massive job as queen consort, but they also understand that they have their own lives. They are not clinging to the royal apron strings. By alternating years, they are respecting the king's space. They are acknowledging that Sandringham is a big production, Tom's own words, and sometimes you just want to sit on a sofa and eat turkey without wearing a black tie tuxedo. Contrast this behavior with Prince Harry. Can you imagine Harry saying, "Oh, I'll just skip this year to give Pa some space"? Absolutely not. For Harry, everything is a negotiation. Everything is a demand. I will come if you apologize. I will come if I get armed guards. I will come if Meghan gets a tiara. It is exhausting. Tom Parker Bowles proves that you can be close to the throne without being a burden on the crown. He proves that you can love your mother without monetizing her position. And let's look at the co-parenting aspect. Tom is spending Christmas with his ex-wife. He told People magazine that maturity is a great thing, and that even if a marriage doesn't work, you keep it together for the sake of the children. He even revealed that Queen Camilla and her ex-husband Andrew Parker Bowles remain great friends and often see each other on December 27th. This is a level of emotional intelligence that the Sussexes simply do not possess. Harry and Meghan preach about compassion and healing, yet they have cut off almost every single member of their respective families. Meghan doesn't speak to her father, Harry doesn't speak to his brother. They are isolated on an island of their own making. Meanwhile, the so-called wicked stepmother Camilla has managed to maintain a loving, blended family where ex-husbands and ex-wives can break bread together. It completely destroys the narrative that the British stiff upper lip is toxic. Actually, it seems the British way of getting on with it produces much happier, more stable families than the Californian way of airing your grievances on Netflix. But while Tom and Laura's absence is a choice made out of respect and normalcy, there are other absences this year that are enforced. They are punishments. We have confirmation that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the artist formerly known as Prince Andrew, and Sarah Ferguson have been decidedly uninvited. This is huge. For years, the late Queen Elizabeth protected Andrew. She allowed him to cling to the fringes. But King Charles is not playing that game. He is listening to Prince William, and William has zero tolerance for the Andrew circus. The report says they have been uninvited following a slew of scandals. That is putting it mildly. Andrew is currently squatting in Royal Lodge, a 30-room mansion he can't afford to fix, refusing the king's orders to move to a smaller property. The king is reportedly furious. By banning him from the Christmas table, Charles is firing a warning shot. He is saying, "You are not a working royal. You are not a respected member of this firm right now. You are a liability." It also protects the brand. Can you imagine the photos? The king, the queen, the prince, and princess of Wales. And then Andrew lurking in the background. It ruins the image. It reminds the public of the Epstein scandal. It reminds the public of the entitlement. By cutting him out, the king is sanitizing the monarchy. He is presenting a clean, streamlined front to the world. And then there is the elephant in the room, or rather the elephant in Montecito. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will likely remain posted out in California. Likely, I think we can say definitely, there was never any real chance of them coming, but the framing is important. In the past, the narrative was, will they snub the royals? Now the narrative is, the royals don't want them. The king is battling cancer. The Princess of Wales has just finished chemotherapy. This should be the year for reconciliation. This should be the year Harry gets on a plane, alone, and hugs his father. But he won't. Because he is trapped. He is trapped by his own pride, trapped by his wife's ambition, and trapped by the legal wars he has started. Think about the Christmas Harry is going to have. It will be sunny, it will be luxurious, it will be posted on Instagram probably, but it will be hollow. He will be thousands of miles away from the traditions he grew up with. The walk to St. Mary Magdalene Church, the joke gifts on Christmas Eve, the football match with the staff, the camaraderie. He gave all of that up for, what? For a podcast that got canceled? For friends like Ellen DeGeneres who are now canceled themselves? Tom Parker Bowles admits that he genuinely knows nothing about how the royals spend Christmas beyond the public details. He says, "There's turkey and sprouts and church, and I have to bring a suit and a dinner jacket." He respects the mystery. Harry, on the other hand, sold the mystery. He wrote about the private moments in Spare. He violated the sanctity of the Sandringham Christmas. And that is why he can never go back. You cannot invite a spy to dinner. You cannot invite a man who records conversations to a family gathering. The 1 year on, 1 year off rule that Tom Parker Bowles follows is actually a very healthy model that William and Kate have adopted in their own way. We know that the Waleses often split their time between Sandringham and the Middleton family. This keeps them grounded. It keeps them connected to the real world. Harry has no other side to visit. He has alienated the Spencers, mostly. He has alienated the Windsors, and Meghan has alienated the Markles. They have no year off. They are isolated in their echo chamber 365 days a year. The report mentions that last year, Tom spent Christmas at Sandringham for the first time, following the king's cancer diagnosis. His mother said, "I'd love you to come. I haven't had Christmas with you for a long time." That is heartbreakingly sweet. It shows that despite the crowns and the castles, this is a mother who just wants to see her son. And Tom stepped up. He put on the dinner jacket and he went to support her. Now that the king is stabilizing and the new normal is setting in, Tom feels comfortable stepping back again. He isn't hungry for the limelight. He isn't trying to be a prince. He is happy being a food writer. This attitude must be so refreshing for William. William has to deal with a brother who thinks he is co-king, who thinks he deserves half the Duchy of Cornwall, and then he looks at his stepbrother Tom, who just wants to write about cookbooks and see his kids. It is no wonder William is reportedly fond of Camilla's children. They are low maintenance, they are safe. The king's health is the silent backdrop to all of this. Charles is preparing for what some reports say could be his last big Christmas as he fights his illness, although we all pray for a full recovery. He wants peace. He wants harmony. He does not want drama. Having Andrew there would create tension. Having Harry there would create chaos. But having Tom there, that's fine. And having Tom not there, that's also fine because Tom doesn't make a scene about it. It is the zero drama policy. That is the new rule of the Caroline era. If you bring drama, you are out. Sarah Ferguson's exclusion is also interesting. She has been clawing her way back into the fold, appearing at a few events, doing interviews praising the king, but her tether to the royal family is Andrew. If Andrew sinks, she sinks with him. The king is fond of Fergie. She is funny. She is loyal to the memory of the queen, but she is chaotic. And right now, the monarchy cannot afford chaos. The focus must be entirely on the king, the queen, and the Waleses, the core four. Everyone else is a distraction, so this Christmas when you see the photos of the royal family walking to church, look closely at who is there. You will see William and Kate looking regal and strong. You will see their children growing up fast. You will see the king and queen united, but you will not see the chaos agents. You will not see the grifters. And you won't see Tom Parker Bowles, but that's okay because he's eating leftovers on a sofa with his kids, happy in the knowledge that he is a loyal, loving son who knows his place. Prince Harry should take a leaf out of Tom's book. He should learn that you don't need to be in the center of the photo to be a good family member. But sadly, I think that ship has sailed. Harry needs the photo. He needs the association. Because without it, he is just a man in a beige suit in California wondering where it all went wrong. The revelation that Tom Parker Bowles is ditching Christmas is actually the most positive royal story of the week. It proves that normalcy exists. It proves that boundaries exist. And it proves that the best way to support the monarchy is sometimes to just step back and let them get on with the job. As we head into the holiday season, the lines are drawn. On one side, the dignified silence of the Parkers Bowles and the Middletons. On the other side, the screaming void of the Sussexes and the Yorks. I know which side I'd rather be on. I want to know what you think. Is Tom Parker Bowles right to skip Sandringham to be with his ex-wife and kids? Does this show a maturity that Harry lacks? And do you agree with the king's decision to ban Andrew and Fergie from the festive table? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one of them. If you think the king is right to prioritize peace over protocol, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates on the royal family as we get closer to Christmas. Until next time, keep your eyes on the palace.